Hi friends, Travis here, and obviously Carlos is with me. If you're new to the channel, I want to welcome you, and of course, if you've been here before, welcome back. In today's video, we're actually going to go back in time a little bit because I was going through my schedule and footage and different things and realized that we never closed out our Mariner of the Seas vlog series from back in December. I'm not sure why or how that happened. It normally happens pretty sequentially when we get home, but that didn't happen this time. So luckily, I have notes, and we have an entire vlog series to reference to come up with these bullet points for you all. But yeah, we're having to think back about 6 months into the past at this point. But anyway, it's all good. But without any further delay, let's go ahead and move right on into the video. As for the usual format, we're going to start with the dislikes, and then we'll move into the likes, and then close out with some final thoughts. I like to start with the negative stuff, get that out of the way, and then talk about how much fun we had at the end. So yeah, for dislikes, we're going to start off with the theater shows. I thought that they were kind of outdated. We both sort of found the concepts of them not entirely easy to follow. Visually, they weren't as nice as we're used to from Royal. It was a little bit surprising because we've been on other Royal ships and thought the theater shows were, top notch, but that wasn't the case this time around. However, I will say that the ice skating thing was really cool, and there were other events and stuff around the ship that were just fine. It was just specifically the theater shows that we weren't really a fan of.
I guess the second thing that we didn't like was the back half of the ship always smelled like toilet. I don't know why, but every time we would walk through that area of the ship, it would always smell like bathroom smells.
Yeah, so I think it had to do with on decks 6, 7, and 8, the promenade level decks. All of the public restrooms were in that area, and so you had 3 decks worth, I believe, of restrooms. At least they were at least on 2 of the 3 decks. But anyway, and for whatever reason, that area would just vent the toilet smell out into,
the public area,
essentially the end of the promenade. And we didn't really like that. And we thought maybe it was just random the first couple of times, but nope, it lingered in there pretty much the entire cruise. I don't ever remember walking through there and it not smelling like, urine and, poop and whatever. But yeah, that was definitely not our favorite feature by any means. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about is, it's kind of a weird one because it wasn't like a problem necessarily, but it just made it a little bit awkward, especially at first. On cruises, it's not uncommon to get sat with other people. We were definitely expecting that, but normally they try to put you in a similar demographic, like it would be us with other couples, or like when I go solo, I end up with a lot of other solos at my table, that kind of thing. But for whatever reason, it was us 2 and then this family of 4, I think. Wasn't it a mom, dad, and the 2 boys? And they were nice, we didn't have any issue, with them, but they sat all the way at the other end, and we sat at our end, and so it was almost like we were at 2 separate tables, but then we sort of felt obligated to talk to each other, but then it didn't seem like they really wanted to, engage with us all the time, and we definitely weren't interested in, them as much as we would have normally been with other people. But so it was fine, but it was just a little bit weird, awkward. I don't know if there was a last minute change or something, because we were at an 8 top, so there were definitely room for other people. Maybe even a bigger table than that. I think there were, maybe it was a 10 top, but yeah, it was just the 6 of us at that table. And so we were expecting more people to maybe join and whatever, but that's the first time I've ever been sat with a family like that before. So it was kind of different. And probably not my favorite seating arrangement that I've ever had. Alright, enough of the negative stuff. Let's talk about what we did enjoy, because there was plenty of that. Carlos is actually going to start us out in this category, so Carlos, tell us about what you liked.
I guess what we liked about this ship was the bamboo lounge, or the bamboo room, which was a bar off the promenade, which was very bamboo themed.
Yeah, like a tiki
bar,
type bar.
So we would go there every night. So it was a really cool, chill vibe. And that's where we would hang out with the people that we met on the ship and stuff like that. So
yeah, I'm not sure if this bar or lounge or whatever is exclusive to Mariner or if it's on other Royal ships, but it's not been on any of the other Royal ships that we've been on. And we really enjoyed it. That was the LGBTQ meetup spot, and it was perfect because it was all rainbows and fun. It really fit the vibe. Yeah, but we really had a good time in that lounge, and they had some cool drinks as well, like the like adult Capri Sun things and different tropical cocktails, etc. And then the next thing I want to talk about is the fact that this was a Christmas cruise, a holiday cruise, so there were all kinds of holiday extras. I think it was like the first day or maybe the second. Early on in the cruise, we did the Christmas caroling on the promenade, and that led into like a tree lighting ceremony. They also had Hanukkah stuff. I saw Santa Claus come out at one point, etc. And everything just kind of had like a holiday vibe to it overall. They had decorations everywhere. All those things, and that kind of like made it feel more festive. It made it feel more lively. The people on board really got into that, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And then the third one, or the third like that we liked about the ship is, of course, we met a lot of good people throughout. On this cruise, in other words, that we hung around with throughout the ship, off the ship, and we went and did an excursion together. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, Jeffrey and Jacob, we met them, I think, the first day and hung out with them the whole time. We ended up coincidentally on the same excursion. We met some others, cool couples on board. The LGBT group was absolutely massive. The cruise director, Brian, was super cool. Just anytime we would sit around and have, conversations or interact with people, everybody was so friendly and nice, and the vibe was good, and it didn't feel like there was anybody like overly being negative or rowdy or anything. It was just a good kind of overall people vibe, and that's all you can ask for on a cruise, I feel like. So yeah. And now we'll just close out with some final thoughts. I'll go first. I really enjoyed this cruise. As a matter of fact, when we were sitting down to do the research on, putting this video together for you all today, I had to rewatch most of the series to even come up with the negative points on this cruise. And I was thinking as I was watching it, maybe this was the best cruise we've ever been on. I don't know. Definitely high up on my list out of 23 cruises, and pretty high for Carlos, I'm assuming, as well. He'll give his thoughts right now. But yeah, it was definitely one of my favorite cruises. I do like Royal. They tend to be pricey. That's why I don't sail them as much as maybe I would want to. But we, booked this as a result of some credit that we got from a canceled cruise, and so it ended up working out. And it was nice to be on a ship during the holidays, although traveling on airplanes and stuff at that time wasn't our favorite thing to do. But overall, loved this cruise. I don't know, 9 out of 10, I would say, maybe. Only a few little glitches. I've definitely had much glitchier, much worse sailings in the past. So, I love this ship. This is top 2 for me for Royal that I've been on. And what do you got, Carlos?
It was also a very good trip. I also give it a 9 out of 10. Our room had a window towards the promenade, so that was a really neat thing that I've never done before. The pizza at Royal is really good compared to other ships. So
I'd say it's probably the most American type pizza, isn't it?
It is, but it's good. You can go and get it whenever you want. So
yeah, it's not 24 hours, but it is open late. We were there at like 1 or 2 in the morning multiple times. So
right. So yeah, I mean, I give it a good thumbs up. I had a good time. We met good people, had fun, and only some minor glitches, but not too bad.
And I forgot to address the fact that Callie is behind us. She's getting nice and comfy on the couch being a contortionist. But yeah, I think that's it. We've covered everything that we found important. There's plenty of other stuff in our vlog series if you haven't seen that. I've probably linked it already in the beginning, but if not, I'll put it in a card above, and it'll probably be at the end in a card or whatever, the end screen. And But I want to thank you all so much for traveling with us. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all those fun things. We'll talk soon, and y'all have a good night.
Bye, guys.